Welcome back to the channel, lads. It is episode number 54 of our Tranmere Rovers Road to Glory career mode. It's been a good start to the season. 3 wins from 4 in all competition, 2 out of 3 in the Premier League. That's 2 wins and a draw in the Premier League, by the way, which is a really good start to the season. What we are going to do in this episode, though, is we will give out a couple of contracts, we will play a few games, and then on the 1st of October, we will send out the Youth Academy Scouts. I mean, we're third in the league right now. We've got Crystal Palace, Blackburn, Aston Villa, Brighton, and my God, Galatasaray in the Conference League. So the Conference League group phase, the table should be out. So we will take a look at that shortly. But that's a tough opening game for us, you know, traveling away from home to Istanbul. That is going to be a tricky one, but let's see what happens when we get there. So in terms of contract talks, you know, rewarding players with new contracts really from last season, although in the case of Bergstrom, he's got 9 months left in his contract, so he definitely needs an extension as well as an increase in wages. It's been fantastic for us. We do know Richard Kone is the benchmark, 40k, our highest paid player and our best player in the team right now. We've got the likes of Luke Chambers, Dan Neil on 20k as well, and Nelson, who we have just signed, on 20k there. His market value has actually gone down. I'm not sure why, because he was, you know, 8.5 million pounds market value when we signed him. To be honest, it's still less than we paid to bring him in. But the likes of Kerr Gibnitz, a new contract, Charlie Webster, Harvey Vale, and even Charlie Savage, we missed out on him there. He needs a new contract as well. So few players that needs contract extension. I reckon it will probably cost us round about 4 to 5 million pounds just to improve their contracts here. Goalkeepers don't tend to ask for too much in wages, do they? Their wages are usually a lot lower than the outfield players, but I felt like it was a good place to start. Bergstrom, the fact that he's got 9 months left in his contract and we cannot afford to lose him on a free. Okay, he's asking for a little bit more there in terms of wages, which, to be fair, I'm happy to accept that. 16.5k in wages, and that will be Bergstrom signed as an important player for the next 3 seasons for us. Fantastic goalkeeper he's been, and we hope he continues those level of performances. So with Bergstrom done, the next on the list is Caregive, our little magician here. I mean, in terms of rating, our second highest rated player in the team, and his wages need to get closer to Richard Kone's, and hence the 35k in wages, some goal bonuses there, and some signing on bonuses. If we can make him agree to, or not make him, if we can agree to deal with him, asking for a little bit more in terms of goal bonus, if he goes on to score 10 goals for us this season, you know what? I want to try and speed this up as quick as I can, so we will accept that. That will do for today then. In terms of contract extensions, we will try and keep it 2 or 3 contracts per episode, just so I'm not boring you so much and just to keep it exciting as well. But very quickly here, let's take a look at the Conference League teams that we will face in more details. We know we're traveling to Istanbul to face Galatasaray. We've also got Motherwell from Scotland. We have got FCSB, the Romanian side. Strangely enough, we've got 2 Romanian sides here, and Dynamo, who is also another Romanian team that we will face in the league phase. We've got LASK, LASK, the Austrian side. We have got the Croatian side, Split. Is that it, or is there any more? Yes, so we're facing a variety of teams from different parts of the world, which is good. I mean, Istanbul, Turkey is probably going to be our toughest games, but honestly, there are some winnable games in that league phase. You know, it's the Conference League. It's an European competition. You know what I mean? It will be tough either way, but we've got some games there that we can win. If you actually think about everything that's happened this season, the shaky transfer window that we've had, you know, having to sell Lauritsen, who is one of our best midfielders, has been one of the key players in the team, replacing him with a couple of players that are not quite at Lauritsen's level at the moment in that midfield. One of them starts here, by the way, Raul Martinez, and you have got Dedic on the bench, the other midfielder that came in. I mean, if you think about all of those things, we have actually had a fantastic start to the season. I did not expect it. Expected a slow start to the season as we did last season. I've got Vlahovic up front here, Crystal Palace. It's a tough Crystal Palace side. And from what I know about the Palace side, a few times we have played against them, they're quite open at the back, actually. Alvivale has made a good throw, and Arsenal have taken the lead against Liverpool. Oh, Gibbs squares that one, and Kone a little bit slow to reacting to get in there first before the defender. But we will go back again and try to build. This is the thing about the formation, right? The system. I keep on saying this. It's all about being patient. It's all about knowing when to go forward. And oh my God, big chance here. Palace outside netted. That is Brennan Johnson. I didn't realize he was in the team here for Crystal Palace, but that's a big chance. He should be hitting the target. It's all about remaining patient. Working those two centre midfielders, by the way, they have to cover so much ground. And actually, Raul Martinez, I've got to say, he's done a good job here in midfield together with Charlie Savage for this game. Both players have covered ground quite well. It's of course allowed us to play Charlie Savage more in that attacking position, unlike the game against Wolves. Oh, yes! Get in! Galimuna, the pace, the power, and the ability as well to square that one in. And Richard Kone for an easy tap-in. He scored a couple of those this season. That's his third in the Premier League and fourth goal in our competition. That was all about Galimuna, This is the thing, though. When he plays from that left-hand side, he gives us a little bit more in terms of attacking, in terms of his pace, in terms of his ability to get away from his man. He gives us more compared to when we play Luke Chambers in that position. But the other thing, though, is it's sort of give and take, isn't it? When we play Luke Chambers, we have more control, but Galimuna offers us more forward. Corner here, though. 15 minutes into the game, we go short with this one to Galimuna, who's had a terrific game so far. An assist to his name. That's a good ball to the far post. But the Crystal Palace goalkeeper gets there first, and that's the end of the first half. 1 minute to stoppage time there. The referee allowed us to play that into the 5th minute. When it goes your way, you don't complain that much. Yeah, we can't see this one up. We can't score another goal here if we just keep our composure. But so far in the second half, it's been all Crystal Palace, as you'd expect, though. They are a goal down. You'd expect them to give everything going forward. Oh no, that's a big mistake from Humphreys. But Vlahovic couldn't make us pay there. It's again another shot that has hit the side netting for Palace. Substitutions freshen up the team a bit. This is the thing, though. With bringing on, with signing another striker, we can afford to take Richard Kone off in games like this and give him a little bit of a rest, which is something that, I still think about the game against Charlton Athletic earlier on in the Cup when he went down. Oh, nice from Caregive. Just couldn't find a corner there. That ability to get away from his man, he's so good at it. Probably our best player in the team in terms of that low center of gravity, just wriggle his way through tight spaces and create something for himself. He's yet to score a goal this season, by the way, Caregive, but I'm sure the goal will come. Counter-attacking situation here for Crystal Palace, straight from our corner. Driscoll is sticking with the man rather than, cross to the far post. Oh, excellently defended there. I decided to allow Driscoll to stick with the man making the run rather than engage with the player on the ball. It did work out for us as we went on to get the 1-0 victory. We've gone on to get the 1-0 victory. Scored a goal in the first half. We did defend well. We created one or two more chances. Palace had one or two chances of their own. They could only find the side netting. Our unbeaten run continues this season. It's another 3 points in the Premier League. And up next year is Blackburn Rovers at Ewood Park, the 3rd round of the Carabao Cup. Massive football club, by the way, Blackburn Rovers, and one of the latest teams that the game have added their stadium this year. I like what they have done there. Normally they usually add teams that get promoted to the Premier League. They only add their stadiums then. So this year they've added a few teams, Bristol City being one of them. I think Coventry the other one. It's Didac starting for us, making his first start in the Tranmere Rovers shirt. I can't believe I called him Dedic before, but it's actually Didac, the midfielder we brought in on loan to buy from Elche. And we will take this competition seriously, the cup competitions this season. I did say, in our first couple of seasons, our first few seasons, probably up until we got promoted to the Premier League. Oh, referee, that is terrible tackle. I never took the cup competition seriously. And no surprise, though, that the first time we did so, which was last season, we went as far as we could and we did go on to win the Carabao Cup, which I'm really proud. It's only a yellow. I thought it was worse than a yellow, but I'm really proud to try and retain this trophy this season. Oh, the defender has made a mistake there. Nelson with his first goal for Blackburn Rovers. Terrible, terrible mistake from the Blackburn Rovers centre-back. It wasn't the best pass into Nelson, but the defender completely read that one wrong. But as soon as he got himself into goal-scoring position, I tell you what, the finish was absolutely fantastic. He missed a massive chance, if I remember correctly, coming off the bench or starting that first game, last kick of the game against Wolverhampton Wanderers on his first appearance. He missed a massive chance. Out wide here to Blake, one of the players that have actually been recommended by our scouts a couple of times now. Blake playing from the left-hand side for Blackburn Rovers. He's got quality from some of his... Oh my God. Oh, what a save. What a save. Big Buckley in goal. He's got qualities, it looks like, that could potentially suit our system. It's not been right, though, to try and look at a player like that. I feel like, he's different. He's not got that defensive qualities, which was one of the reasons. Harvey Vale, on the other hand, is capable going forward. He's also got excellent defensive qualities. But Vale is lacking a bit in terms of his defensive qualities. He's just wriggled his way there and almost scored from an impossible angle. Out wide, I feel like we need a second to win this game. We scored the goal, but we have sort of let Blackburn Rovers get into it a little bit. Once again, the cup games, we're lacking a little bit of control. Nice combination there. Oh, Nelson goes for it. Nice combination play there between Driscoll and Chambers and Nelson. There's the space out wide to Martinez, who have been impressed with him in that number 10 position. I didn't realize it's quite tenacious, actually. He gets up and down the pitch quite well. Dida goes for it. Oh my God. We've had some unbelievable long-range efforts in this game. We haven't been able to get one of them in the top corner, though. But if it keeps going like this, I'm sure sooner rather than later, one of those will go in. But referee has I've called an end to the first half here. 1-0 advantage going into the break. Deserved, to be honest. Blackburn Rovers, though, have had one or two chances of their own in this half. What we need in the second half is control, and that's what we're doing right here. Dida, there's space inside to Martinez, turns. Martinez lays it off to Callum Parkin, but it's straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. We've had about 4 or 5 shots on target. Oh, the high press from Callum Parkin. We want to see more of this. And if there's any midfielder capable of doing it, it is Callum Parkin. He's got abundance of energy. Out wide. Cross. Oh, dealt with from Jeffrey. I tell you what, Callum Jeffrey, right? A referee, that's an awful tackle. He looks a really competent, I don't want to say good centre-back because I haven't seen too much of him. But when he's played in the cup games, I know it's only the Championship and League One side, Charlton Athletic and Blackburn Rovers here, but he's looked competent. He's done what we've asked of him. He's done his job quite well. And independent of the opponents that you're facing against, that's all you can ask for the player to do the job. Referee pulls that one back for a yellow card. Substitutions. Let's freshen up the team here. The likes of Arthur Stewart's coming on as well for a little bit of fresh legs, to be honest. The thing with Arthur Stewart's, right, with this new system... Oh, that could have been an own goal. With this new system, Arthur Stewart, I'm not exactly sure where he fits in for us. He's not really... Oh, what a chance. He's not really a wide player in this system. He's more of a fullback. Maybe we could try and convert him to a centre-back, but I'm not quite sure at the moment. It will take time. It will take time to try and figure out everything in the new system. Players will have to adapt. but it's a 1-0 victory for us here. I mean, in the two cup games, cup games that we've played this season, it's been the one goal. But it's the cup games. The most important thing is you get the victory. It doesn't matter how you do it, just get the victory. Progress to the next round and try and go as far as you can. I know it's still early days, right? And no need to be carried away, but if we carry on playing how we're playing right now, 10 points from our opening 4 games in the league, there's no reason to say why we wouldn't finish comfortably mid-table in the Premier League this season. Team of the week, and Richard Kone, that's the Premier League team of the week. Our 2 centre-backs in there, Humphreys and Chambers, that would have been from our last league game against Palace. Did we face in our last league game? I think it was. But up next year, we're away from home against 5th place Villa. We've got Caregive and Harvey Vale starting in those number 10 positions for this one. And Charlie Savage and the 2 Charlies, Charlie Savage and Webster starting in the box-to-box or the centre midfield roles. But come on, the Rovers, let's get into this one. I think I've said this before, right? I'm not quite sure how some of you see the game. But I do know some people, it doesn't matter which team they use. They want to sign the best players. They want to dominate. They just want to win and have fun playing the game, which is absolutely fine. But I don't see it that way. Maybe I'm just different anyway. But I see more of the tactical aspect of the game. I enjoy it more when I use the smaller teams, not the best players, but then dominate against the bigger teams. I'm one of those that personally believe, and with the right tactics on the game, you can win some of the top leagues with a 3.5-star, 4-star, 4.5-star team. You don't necessarily need the 5 stars and having the world-class players in every position to be able to win the league. Yes, you need 1 or 2 excellent players, don't get me wrong. But if you get the tactical aspects of it right, and you have got the right players in the team, sort of the Moneyball model really, that's a good ball to Zollis. Excellently closed down there by Jalen Neal. That's one of the reasons I decided to go for him as that wide centre-back option. Is his pace, his recovery pace, his aggression, and his look an excellent signing for us so far. But we will try and stay patient against a team like Villa. One thing I do know from playing against them previously, they like to play the ball into the centre forward and then work off the centre forward. And if you allow them to do that, they will punish you. And here's Galamuna go again. Galamuna squares it. Charlie Webster taps it out. His attacking qualities from that left-hand side, man. It's just it's miles above Luke Chambers, which you would expect. Luke Chambers is more of a left back who we have been trying to make him adjust to playing as a left midfielder for us. But Galamuna is an out-and-out wide player, really. And he's got the ability to cause chaos like that. Our centre midfielders would have to work so hard in this game to stop this. Exactly this. I just knew it. If Aston Villa are going to do anything in this game, that is how they've scored goals in the past against us. They play off the centre forward. They work off the centre forward like this so far in the game. We haven't allowed them to do this, but the first time they get the opportunity, Bearcart, of course, converts. We're just going to have to stop it from going into the centre forward. When it's easily said and done, isn't it? When you play against a tough team like Aston Villa, they're going to, a few times in the game, of course, in a game of 90 minutes, they're going to manage to play it into the centre forward. That would have been a red card. But the referee ended the first half there at the perfect time. It's 1-1 at Villa Park. Going into the break here, probably deserved in terms of the balance of the game so far in the first half. One of the players that have been influential for Villa here is Morgan Rogers in that number 10 position. He's had a lot of touches. Everything has just gone through him. Oh, no, come on. It's carbon copy of the first goal. It's just a mirror image of that first goal. Again, play it into the centre forward and just work off the centre forward like that. And as soon as he lays it off, he just spins around and makes the run in behind the defence. It's worked. It's simple tactics from Villa, but it's worked to perfection. I think the 3 at the back doesn't suit playing against a team like Villa who likes to do that. Player off the centre forward. Because when you've got 3 centre backs, it's almost like they're not sure who will focus on marking that one lone striker. Maybe I should have tweaked it a little bit and played a different system here against Villa. It could be the third though. Oh, well read there from Charlie Webster, who's actually been quite good in this game. Our goal scorer for the opening goal of the game. Defensively, he's been at the right place at the right time. He's helped us tick in midfield. That's a nice turn from Richard Kone. Mip, see you later. And that's the finish. Richard Kone. It was all about that touch. As soon as he turned his man, the pace, the power, the composure, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and there was nothing stopping him there for his fourth or fifth goal. I think that's his fourth or fifth Premier League goal of the season. I've lost count. Definitely six in all competition, I believe. But what a player he's turning out to be this season. Everything he does right now, everything he touches turns gold. And I'm so happy that I did not end up selling him, because it was one of the options I was considering to bring in some much needed cash when the transfer window was open, you know. One last attack here. Driscoll, the second half substitute. He's so strong, you know. Alex Driscoll, by the way, when he gets on his stride like this, he's a difficult player to stop. Alex Driscoll still going. Surely. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a way it would have been to win this. Oh, they've made a mistake. Nelson, one last opportunity, maybe. Nelson tries to go for the near post. I was aiming for the far post there. Oh, Aston Villa, they just couldn't handle us in the final few minutes there. But luckily for them, we couldn't convert. We couldn't punish them to take all 3 points. Bearcart, I felt, was fantastic for them. The same as Zolis out wide, and Morgan Rogers just made things tick for them in midfield. So let's play one more game in today's episode then. It is at home at the HSBC Arena. It's Brentford, or Brighton rather, up next. Can we extend our unbeaten run this season? How many games have we played in the league at the moment? It is 5 games, and we are yet to taste defeat. It's fair to say we do not have a foot fetish here at Tranmere Rovers, but this should be a tough game, by the way. Brighton haven't had they've got 8 points from their opening 5 games. It's 2 wins, 2 draws, and a defeat for them this season. So it's not a bad start for Brighton. I have made changes to the starting 11 here from the previous game. Driscoll in the starting 11 for this one in the left-sided number 10 position. Harvey Vale is back to the right midfield position here. Kone retains his place up front, of course. For the back three, it's Chambers, Dekar, and Jalen Neal starting for us. Come on, the Rovers. Going back to comparing Gallimuna and Luke Chambers, their attributes and what they bring to the team from that left-hand side. I mean, no regrets, by the way, that we have signed Luke Chambers, because at the time, we had options for bringing in Gunther or Luke Chambers. They were both free agents. Gunther would have been the better fit on the left-hand side, but that would have meant, because of his inability to play multiple positions like Chambers is doing for us, starting in the left-sided centre-back positions, it could have been less game time for Gallimuna. So overall, it's worked out quite well. Bissouma and Larson in midfield here, in that centre midfield for Brighton. Good centre midfield pair. And I've noticed Brighton, by the way, they do tend to sign very good centre midfielders on the game. It's what I think it looks like it's been programmed in the team to always look for good centre midfielders, and that's not going to change. Kergib losing possession here so early in the game. John Duran, space, stretch his legs. John Duran, we know he can hit it, but that time, much comfortable for our big number one. Bergstrom. He's of course got a new contract in this episode. It's been excellent. Last season he was so good. He pretty much kept us in the league in terms of survival. That's a good ball. We've carved them open here, and look at that strength again from Driscoll. I did say when he gets on his stride like that, he's a difficult player to stop. He's so strong, Alex, this Driscoll. It's incredible. But we will go short here. Gallimuna to Charlie Webster. Will try and return it to Gallimuna. Space here to aim for the far side. Oh, that's excellently defended. Oh, come on. Jalen Neal, that was so easy to go past you there. Oh, excellent. Dekar is bailed out bailed out his centre-back partner there. Otherwise, that could have been a little bit more threatening. It's been all Brighton in this game, by the way. Oh, Jalen Neal, man, he's been poor in this game. One thing I've noticed with him, Jalen Neal, by the way, is he's poor in the air. He was beat so easy there. He was beaten so easy there. To be fair, he doesn't contest it on those area duels so often. Area duels rather so often. He doesn't do that. But when he does, he loses out on a lot of them. It's not the reason we signed him. Don't get me wrong. But we would like him to be much better in that area. It's a good thing, though, that we're playing three at the back. We've not really got ourselves into this game, you know, not at all. Brighton have been the better team, and if it carries on like this, this could end up being our first defeat of the season. We are yet to lose a game, which is incredible. But a corner to defend, Gruder goes short. Oh, that is nice and composed from Jalen Neal to control that one with his chest in his own box, over the top here. First time layoff, Charlie Webster, the chested pass, referee! If that's not a free kick, that's ridiculous, man. This is one of the worst decisions I've ever seen. How is that not a free kick and a red card? Caesar's tackled him, he's kicked him in the bum, and the referee's not giving us not even a free kick there. It should have not only been a free kick, it should have been a free kick as well as a red card, because Driscoll was clear on goal there, and trust me, no one was going to catch him. That is a terrible, terrible decision. I cannot believe it, man. We have been robbed. We have been robbed. Again, we win the corner on the near post. Another counter-attacking situation who presents itself here. Some of the best chances we've had, we have created from counter-attacking opportunity. The tired Richard Cody keeps going. Justice jam and toast. Just what we deserve. We should have got that decision going in our favour for the red card, but we didn't get it. And Richard Cody makes it 5 league goals this season. Substitutions to freshen up the team going into the final 20 minutes or so of the game. We did deserve that goal. We haven't been the better team, but the fact that that decision went against us, it almost feels like we were getting robbed at that stage. Brighton could still get an equaliser here. It's not all over yet, but at least we have got what we deserved in that goal, considering that decision went against us. That would have been another goal if we had just got that final pass right. We've done the damage here on a counter-attack, and it's come... Oh, well collected there. Yeah, most of it, we've done the damage from counter-attack. Most of it came from a Brighton's corner as well. You know, winning the first header or winning the second ball. And that's how we scored the goal. Richard Coney, by the way, has been in sensational form this season. He's having the best season so far in terms of start or goals to games ratio at the start of the season. It's another victory for us. Oh yes, look at that. The Conference League. I'm so looking forward for this competition, you know. But Bergstrom, man of the match in our last game. Fantastic performance, I felt, against Brighton. But let's take a look at some of the teams in this season's Conference League. Oh my goodness. Juventus, Olympique Lyon. These are predominantly Champions League teams. Although in the case of Olympique Lyon, I heard the news the other day saying they've now been relegated to the second division of the French league. Of course, they will appeal. Whether that appeal is successful, I'm not sure. But a big team in the French league like Olympique Lyon playing in the second division, that is going to be incredible. And that could result to some good players from that team being sold on a cheap as well. Galatasaray, as we know, our first game in this competition. Any notable names? The likes of Stuttgart, who has won... The Stuttgart win the Europa League recently. I want to say they did, but I could be wrong there. You've got the likes of Ajax in this year's Conference League as well. Big name there. Any other decent names? Not really, but you've got the likes of Juventus, Olympique Lyon, you've got Ajax, you have got Stuttgart in there as well. Top team, but it's going to be tough. But before we end today's episode, I'm just going to quickly show you what I have done with the Youth Academy scouting. All scouts have been sent out already in terms of our scouting for the season. We are scouting in England. We're looking for midfielders, so box-to-box centre midfielders. We're looking for wide midfielders as well, to play in those wide areas for us. We have sent a scout to Brazil, like Jose Mourinho once said. Every team needs every football club needs a Brazilian in their team, and that's exactly what we're trying to do here. We are looking for a central attacking midfielder, a shadow striker, someone who makes that run constantly behind the strikers. I'm looking for wide playmakers. Just wide players in general and centre attacking midfielders. We're looking also scouting in Honduras. I've decided to focus on South America and North America for this season's Youth Academy Scouting. Scouting in Honduras, looking for a right back or a centre back, attacking fullbacks really. Hopefully we can get one of those fullbacks that have got excellent attacking qualities that can maybe play in the wide areas for us. And one of the reasons I'm doing that is at some point this season we might decide to go back to a four at the back formation, and you still need fullbacks to do that. But let me know what you think about the locations we're scouting, about the teams in the Conference League this season. Can we go far in that competition? And also, let me know in the comments, how do you think we're going to do in the league this season? Fantastic starts, by the way, in the league. Let's take a look at the Premier League table very quickly here before we actually end today's episode. We're second in the league. That is crazy. Just a couple of points behind Manchester City. Arsenal and Chelsea completing the top four there. The bottom three, you've got Tottenham. Oh my goodness. Tottenham finished second last season, by the way. And they are in the bottom three right now. Just a point from their opening 6 games. Luton Town and Bristol City, the other couple of teams. But smash a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. And bye for now.